Welcome to the Men of the Metaverse podcast. This is a channel where we discuss hot topics in our community. Our focus is to be a positive channel on YouTube and share our perspectives on fundamental issues. Make sure you tune in every week for new videos and join the conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And now, here are your hosts, Brandon and Lewis.
Yeah, I'm all messed up today, bro. Well, Lewis, what's going on? How are you? I know it's still slapping.
I'm just relaxing, ain't doing nothing. You know, just relaxing.
Why is it an echo? You hear the echo? It was an echo for some reason.
I'm fine. Brandon, quit pressing all them damn buttons. You go press the buttons, get the buttons right when you press them.
Hold on, you done threw me up. Hold on. But for some reason I hear an echo.
That was pretty good right there. No names. Okay, echo. All right, Brandon, you want to talk about a little thing we got right here? I think you had it up on here. You ready to go?
Yeah, you go ahead. But for some reason I can hear echo. I just want to make sure we're not
Brandon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
So let's did the post. Shut the fuck up so we can get this thing rolling. Just get over that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's in my ear.
I had to tell myself with the fish sticks earlier this week, Lewis, you don't got the money for the cold cuts. Shut the fuck up and eat the fish sticks. And that's what I done.
For some reason I can't hear it. Is it playing? I can't hear the audio.
All right, hold on. Okay,
has it been that long?
Okay, let me get back out and get back in. I'm sorry, audience. We usually, I don't know, it must be the Holy Ghost up in here. Right. Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't press a button over here. All right, so we're going to play it again.
He's blaming inflation, and he's right. It's been very bad.
Can you hear it, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear it.
And it's killing Black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New Scam and all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the Black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking Black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking Black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about.
Now, Brandon, let's hear, before we heard Donald Trump, let's see what Clark Anderson has to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Have an unending influx of immigrants into the country. And that's what Dr. Price is talking about. And nobody, no Black politician, no Black organization wants to deal with that issue. They will avoid it at all costs. Even though in their hearts they know that's one of the biggest problems for Black folk. We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years, approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go down and become number 4. Now, common sense, even a third grade education would tell you, if you didn't get anything when you were number 2, you all jumped ahead of me, but anyway, you can guess what you're going to get when you become number 4. And the worst part about it is as you descend and go down to number 4, those other groups are going to go up. And as they go past you, you're going to have major racial clashes in this country. You're going to have fights all over this country between Blacks and Hispanics, Blacks and Asians, Blacks and poor whites. And Black folk cannot fight all these groups. Everybody can not always be against black folk.
All right, Brandon. Now, I just did this clip maybe about an hour ago because I saw it was getting a hoo-ha on
the social
the
media
internet,
platform.
on social media. What do you feel about what Donald Trump said?
I don't feel, one thing I've learned from you is don't get so triggered by certain things. Like, it was a time that I was triggered by the Confederate flag, triggered by maybe a Trump hat.
Oh, what?
I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
Oh, Lewis. So, but
keep going.
But what I've learned is, but what I learned is
this is American flag, Brandon. You see the stripes.
But what I've learned is I know the reality is, I know what facts are. I know these things are just things. Like, I got to be focused on really changing the community, really impacting my life, really focusing on the real issues. Those things are just symbols. They mean something to certain people. They mean different things to me and you. I can't get emotionally charged up by them. So if I hear black jobs, I know exactly what he's talking about.
What is he talking about?
He's talking about jobs at the bottom. Jobs you can get without a degree for the most part.
Wait, hold on. So hold on. So you talk about service jobs.
Service jobs, yes.
What kind of jobs are service jobs, Brandon?
Fast food,
food,
maintenance type positions. You know, like I guess you could be in a call center. Just those type of jobs. That's just, you know, it's not necessarily black jobs, but I know what he's trying to say.
So the people who's coming over here, do they are they doctors, lawyers, engineers?
No, they're not. They may say they are, or they were back home, but no, they're not.
Why engineer across the border?
Do you know anybody who came over here? They said they was a doctor or an engineer over there, and they come over here, or a teacher. There's a lot of people that say that, those kind of things.
I met tens of people who crossed that border.
Okay.
None of them was no doctors. Some of them could have been farmers.
Yeah.
Bakers.
Yeah. Mechanic, maybe.
Or they were just a few was mechanics, but most of them, like, they just got over. They no skills.
Right. Labor. They have labor jobs. Labor history.
They have labor jobs. So since Brandon said a lot of black people do a lot of service jobs, and the people coming over here doing service jobs, would they be taking black jobs?
Will they be taking black jobs? In a sense, yes, they will.
Because it's one job, right?
Yes, one job. So you'd be competing for the job.
So if more people come over here, brown skinned people come over here, what's the pressure on that job?
It's a lot. The employer has more options to pick from. So
now,
go ahead.
Now, Brandon, tell me this: the employer, are these black employers?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Okay. So if what color are they? Just pick a color.
Wonderful. We'll say what?
Wonderful.
We'll say white. Yeah, wonderful.
So, who will a wonderful employer hire for one of the best jobs in the company?
For one of the best, another wonderful person.
Okay. Why they won't hire a beautiful person with low skills?
Why? Well, number one, I think people naturally like to give those type of jobs to somebody that looks like them, or they can see themselves in that person, right?
Okay. Now that wonderful employer, two females come in. One got long stringy hair.
Okay.
But she brown skin.
Okay.
The other one is Boo Boo Quisha, and she got a big old face.
Okay. So who's gonna get it?
Now, the person who's giving the job, they got the same kind of hair. Yeah. The skin is different, but the hair is still the same.
Yeah.
Who should I?
They can relate to that other person, and also they hear these stereotypes with those type of people work hard, right? They hear us. They hear stereotypes like we're lazy.
Well, let's face it. There are no black people work hard because we built.
We do work hard. Yeah, we do.
We built the country,
right?
But
But are stereotypes powerful, and do they have lasting power?
They do, but Lucretia want $15 an hour.
And some PTO and
some PTO. And Marietta, she said she'll go for the minimum wage, $7.25 an hour.
Because she just wants a job. She doesn't have high maintenance bills and stuff like that. She's just ready to come in and work, right? Because she might have come from a third world country, right?
Yeah. So who the wonderful guys go pick? Cheaper labor, and they kind of look like me. They purchased Moose before. No black family never purchased a bottle of Moose. Brady, you ever bought Moose before?
No, I didn't. No, no, I did.
I guarantee you, Latino family bought some Moose before.
Correct.
So it's just they go who they go with.
Yeah.
You know what, Brandon? Let's hear some of us.
Okay, so I'm not sure which debate y'all watched last night, but the one that I watched,
they are taking black
because
racist conspiracy theories about Barack Obama. This man does not care about us. All he cares about is himself and his own revenge.
I guess I need to go ahead and get up and head on over to my black job. Because last night on the presidential debates, what was his name? Donald Trump said that the black jobs is being taken. So I got to go make sure that my job ain't taken. I got to make sure I show up for my black job. So nobody take my black job. So, yeah. Shout out to all the other people getting up to go to their black job this morning. Yeah.
Donald Trump said yesterday in the debate that I saw yesterday that they are taking black jobs. What's black jobs? Can somebody clarify that for me? What's a black job? Is it the color black, or does he mean like black folks like me, like black like me? Does he mean the specific types of jobs that black folks back in the day were probably only positioned for or relegated to because of the color of their skin? Is that what he's talking about when he says black jobs? Can somebody explain to me, what does that mean, black jobs? See, I got time today. I got about 2 minutes of black jobs, right?
Now, Brandon, I just go get in this right quick because she said, now that lady, I can tell she's probably got advanced degrees.
Okay.
All
you
right.
think so? Okay.
Yes. Most likely she was a government employee.
Maybe.
Brandon, that's a black job, Brandon.
Right. But
government,
right.
Your state.
It remind me of a job like my mom had. That's how the ladies talk and act. But go ahead.
Is the biggest employer of black people. Brandon, if they the biggest employer of black people, could you say they're a black job?
Yes.
If they employ the most people?
Yeah.
And she know good and well, most likely it's a good 66% chance she had a government job.
Yeah.
Made a whole lot of money.
Right.
Now,
go ahead.
Cannot transfer that job to the private sector because she ain't gonna never be CEO. She ain't gonna never be VP.
No.
Only VP he'll be she is human resources. If you look, people, y'all don't never audience, y'all don't look at shit. If you look at your board of directors or the head people, look at all the positions. If it's a black person up there, it's always human resources. And I told you why, Brandon.
And why is that? Because we can handle the people better. Why?
Because when one of those black jobs sue for discriminations, they're going to say, we got a black person and he was working. So it can't be racist. You see? But people ain't going to look that up.
No. But let me ask you this. Do you think people are, like I said, I've seen a lot of reels, a lot of videos, people making fun of like, oh, I don't want to get my black job taken. But no, this is a reality. Like, I think people are playing around with this, and it's a real thing. Like, you're upset with what Trump said. You need to be upset with how we're losing our stronghold in the work industry, and those people are gonna be out of a job. And like how we look in the eyes of America and the rest of the world.
Don't many jobs got a quota they gotta meet? a diversity quota?
Yeah, for sure.
Won't that be considered as a black, maybe
it's a minority?
Black
it's a minority. Yeah, but like I said, they won't have to worry about do they have enough minorities, because if they replace you with somebody that came over illegally, they'll be at their quota. So they'll be safe as a company. They may be saving money, and that's a win-win for them. And they may feel like they get more productivity, more they won't have to worry about people calling out, just a lot of things. And I think that's why Biden is allowing people to come into the country at that rate, because they feel like they need more of that workforce that's cheap. What do you think about that?
That's what they need.
Yeah.
That's Biden needs that, and Trump's need that. Trump is the only person who got the guts to say they come up here to take the black jobs, and Trump is gonna hire them.
Right.
He hired these people. He knows what's going on.
Right.
I told Brandon to hire.
You told me to hire somebody that was brown.
And Brandon hired a guy
speak English.
And Brandon hired a guy who bring pistols in the back.
Correct. Right.
And Brandon, I see, Brandon, if you follow my direction.
Right. I tried to do things by the book. Oh, and that's the thing. That lady, I think she said she was a teacher. The one that came in with the application that she couldn't really speak English. She wrote on there, I think she was a psychologist or something, and was teaching. That's what she was doing overseas before she come over here. So there you go.
And look at that. She went from teaching to how much y'all spending $13 an hour, Brandon?
About 13, yeah. Well, no, it depends. If you can cook and everything, and I'm pretty sure she would be doing that. So about $12. So probably like $12.
$12. So she went from teaching kids to begging Brandon for $12 an hour.
And okay with that. She was. I'm pretty sure that day or that month she found a job and she's working now.
And I told Brandon to get rid of that black job he had back there. Brown job in his place. You'll be more satisfied.
Probably. Even though, but is it legal to hire these people?
Brandon,
you say yes.
They gotta work.
They gotta work.
Hired He hired him.
Right.
Biden's his brother's hired.
Yeah, you're right.
Shoot.
But you know how that stuff is. Some certain groups can do certain crimes or certain illegal stuff, and then when you do it, you may be in a whole world of trouble. So,
Brandon, let's go back in time. Let's look at a black job.
Okay, go ahead.
Pine are yielding their crop of vital gum.
Now, Brandon, what do you see here? This is America right here.
Is this sharecropping? Or is this?
No,
these are free men. These are free men just working.
Free men
on some land. On some land. Okay.
On some land. How many black people you see?
5. I think 5. I can't tell. Is that one dude?
I don't know.
Oh no. Well,
okay.
I just assume they all
5. Now, who's on the horse?
The wonderful man.
All right. What position is the person on the horse in?
Supervisor.
Okay, that is the American way.
You're right.
Black's supposed to be the working class.
Yeah.
Get a book called Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Edison. It's on sale. Get that book. He's talking about the same thing.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. Is that a black job? Is the man on the horse? Can that be a black job?
No. Just like you don't got no black NFL owners. No, they can't. That would be a black. That's a white job.
But why is that? So what scenario? Because so you don't ever think it's gonna be one of us on top of a company or an industry, and I think that's our problem. That's what we should be focusing on.
The year 2006, they was shocked. I was a black supervisor working on first shift. Because
that
all the black supervisors worked those at night.
Right. So even though that wasn't a black job, that's funny though. But you still had somebody over you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the person, I could have 10 years of experience. A person could have one day.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they my boss.
Right.
And that happened.
And then you got to train them.
in a
Then you
row.
got to train them. Right.
Yeah.
But that's just how the game go. But
Was that-
it's go ahead.
Was that position ahead of me a white job, brother?
Yes, it is.
It was. That's why I could never get it.
But that stuff isn't set in stone. It's kind of like what we said. It's not hearsay, but it's just understood. It's something that's understood. It's not written down anywhere. If you ask them about it, they'll say, no, we wouldn't do anything like that. Every job is available to everybody. If you want to run a team, if you want to be an owner of whatever, it's up to you.
And 80% of people who gets every job that's listed, they know the person who hired them. 80%.
Right.
You know, so
but that's the kind of stuff that we need to work on doing, because that's all our community is missing. If we just support each other, hold each other down that way, we're more stronger. We're a bigger, better, stronger force.
If you don't have no black owners, you will always have black jobs.
Right.
If you don't,
I don't think people understand that though. Right.
You will always have black jobs.
Correct.
Brandon was bragging about doing LeBron James. What LeBron James did this week. Brandon was bragging 2 years ago about doing the same thing with his daughter.
Right, with the restaurant.
Yeah, she gonna work here.
Right.
High school. We're gonna set it up.
Correct.
They're gonna look out for the people they want. They're gonna set it up. He owned it.
Right. And that's power.
That is power. And the reason they mad at LeBron, because LeBron showed frivolous power, and wonderful people cannot stand that at all. Any frivolous power about a black person.
But why is that? We see wonderful power all the time, everywhere. LeBron, they controlled the draft and took his son in the second round with the 55th pick in a weak draft. What's wrong with that?
LeBron don't have the right, Brandon.
LeBron's been single-handedly carrying this league for the past almost 20 years.
20 years.
We can't let his son get on the team. Has LeBron played the majority of his seasons? He's out there every night almost in the playoffs, everything, all-star game, Olympic team, all of that.
Probably made the Lakers billions. Made the Cavaliers billions of dollars. Made the Miami league billions.
Right, correct.
The league, this man has probably made the league $100 billion.
Made China some money too. Like, it's a lot of people making a lot of money off of LeBron's talent. Just let his son. He
cannot let his boy get a roster spot. No, can't even get signed. He may not even get a roster spot.
Right.
He may be in the G League.
Right. But do you think people are mad at Giannis? Because Giannis kind of does the same thing with his brother. Do people don't care about that?
Giannis is not LeBron James. Giannis
hated.
Giannis is more likely. Player? No, Giannis is more likely to join the KKK than the NAACP. He's a foreigner black guy, and you know how they be acting.
Okay, fair enough. So they're not worried about him in that sense.
He's already weak. You know.
Remember something happened with Milwaukee, the city of Milwaukee, and I think they were ready to play the game, and they were trying to debate whether they were going to play or not. I can't remember what.
It was called George Floyd.
Okay, go ahead.
The referees jipped off, called the game so Milwaukee could win to cool off the riots. That's why they won.
That's funny. That cooled the riots off.
Yeah. Trump put in the call. The Bucks, Milwaukee got to win.
Right.
Because at the same time, George Floyd, this guy messed up two months earlier.
Right. And they were saying, let's stop the basketball, because that's the problem. We so focused with entertainment, we can't really get into the social issues that are going on like that, the injustices with my community. So they said, nah, keep dribbling that basketball. And like you say, the Bucks won. It'll kind of cool everything down, and it blew over.
What
in
year
a way.
Was that? Okay,
I can't even remember, but
the Bucks won, but LeBron
you think they won
won
the
in the bubble.
championship? Yeah.
It's like, did it have 2 championships that year or something?
But it was still kind of spilling over, and it was still kind of going on. But then I think that was COVID. I think COVID in the bubble.
But George Ford was doing COVID.
It was, well, yeah, I can't really remember. I don't know. We have to go back and look, but it was around the same time. Yeah,
the Bucks won
a championship.
But LeBron won in the bubble.
Yeah, it might have been the next. What do you think was the next year?
I think George Floyd is 2020.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but all right, let's look at these black folks. Yeah, go down there, get that. Yep, I could be back now. Y'all get.
Does he look like he's in shape? The guy on the horse?
No.
Today and tomorrow.
This is what it do. The white man, the scale, he pick it out. Okay, this is the right dimension. Y'all do the scraping.
Right.
And unwise. The outer bark of the tree is cut away with an odd curved instrument called a hoggal.
Let's go to another clip.
Pine are yielding their crop of vital gum.
Let's go to another clip. Here's a factory job. Look at that brother. Look at these guys working. You think these guys be the same guys working today in these factories?
No, it's starting to change over for sure. I don't think. Well, I ain't gonna say because I haven't been in the factory, but it is starting to change.
Before the pandemic, it was black people working at all the fast foods around me. After the pandemic, they ain't nobody speak English at the same.
Because you don't have to. You don't have to. Like last time I went to McDonald's, it's more Hispanic people. Like I say, they're trying to get away from you doing an order at the counter because they got those kiosks, so you can just do your order that way, or you just do it on the app. So it's less communication, less, one-on-one. You just talk to the computer or the phone because people in there, they don't speak English, but they know how to work.
Do black people like chicken?
Yeah, they do.
Fried chicken, right?
I got a shirt talking about chicken and donuts.
All right, so I can live in an all black neighborhood, but while I go to Popeyes, ain't up a Muacha music playing. Huh?
Sometimes, depending on the community. Yeah.
No, sometimes I'm talking about me.
Okay.
That's all. The last.
You can't do Popeyes like that.
The last 5 fast foods I went to, ain't nobody spoke English.
Yeah.
One time I had to pull off.
But you know what? Before you said it, like you say, COVID happened. A lot of those fast food places, their staff was very short, and then COVID was ending, and then they kind of started hiring different people because I guess I'm not sure what industry some people went into, whether they was doing, they wanted to be a podcast, they were being a content creator, OnlyFans. Yeah, well, in general.
No, they went to welfare. That's what it went to.
Well, there you go. That too, right? they never got off. Yeah.
No, they get off. It quit. It dried up 2022.
Okay, but so what are they doing now, though?
Chilling. That's what we doing.
That's what we doing. Okay.
And we try to get back. You see these service occupations.
That's
we
what
try to dominate. Yeah. Now you see, we represent 25%. Yeah. Everybody else represent 19.
Yeah.
So we kind of dominate the service industry.
Yeah, for sure. And that makes sense. And that's women too, right?
Yes.
That one's women.
The man too. Look up. We dominate this.
Yeah.
But the people coming over here, they can do the same job for less.
So, like you say, as the company,
and they bought before.
But that's a good point. But that's what I'm saying. This is not, we're laughing and we're joking because I'm not going to say we're 100% safe and we are okay, but if you don't have a degree and if you're at these jobs, yes, you're going to be competing against a different race for the job. Go ahead. What you going to say?
It's not a degree anymore. It's about skills. I won't never say degree. I say skill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody, but I'm not going to say what your job is, but do you think somebody could come over here and take your job?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, they could if they have the skills to match it.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the federal government hire now, they actually hire a little more Latinos. If you want, they the growing demographic.
Yeah. But what do you think about, because I was in the trucking industry. It kind of changed during COVID, and I think I've seen a lot of people saying it's not the same as it used to, like any other industry. But do you see people going into that industry, brown people taking it over?
With the trucking industry, I imagine most of European descent immigrants come over there and do the trucking, or Spanish.
So would you say trucking is a black job, white job, or is that one of those things that it is, but it isn't a black job?
It ain't a black job no more, because guys don't got no license driving cars no more.
What you mean they not? They ride dirty, huh?
Brad, you know how much it costs to have a car legit,
and
you can't hit no tweeds. Can't have
right, which is crazy. Right,
can't have that. No, you shouldn't. You be on the highway.
You shouldn't, but right, you're gonna be driving all night. You shouldn't be under influence, which makes sense. But in the world, they've legalized it in a way. But yeah,
it ain't legalized.
It is, but it ain't.
You take a federal DOD test, and that's federal,
right?
So it ain't legal.
It's not, for sure.
But I don't see, not to be a black kids getting into trucking no more.
Yeah,
it's kind of dying off. It's hard to find a truck driver,
for sure. And another transporting industry, Uber Eats. I mean, delivering and doing Lyft and Uber in general. Like, I went to Philly, went to New York. It's a lot of people doing those kind of jobs. They're not even in cars anymore. They got the bikes, they got the scooters. They're finding a different way to not, to get you your food, to do the service. Are they running their body in the ground? Kinda, but that's the new world we're in now.
And look at us. A lot of black males do a lot of production, transportation, and moving products. Yeah. Now, Brandon, if you hire some movers, who's coming to your house to move the equipment?
It's not going to be females. It's probably going to be some black men.
You sure? If you call,
it used to be.
Well, up here, all Latinos deliver everything up here.
Yeah.
Washer, Latino. Desk upstairs, Latino.
Right. But like I said,
microwave, Latino.
It didn't used to be that way. Like, people working at Home Depot and Sears, like, they used to deliver appliances and stuff like that. So it used to be that older white man delivering the stuff.
It's they in the box truck. You see on the internet the box truck game.
Right. You're right.
But the problem is they don't know how them guys handle it. The box truck, you got to almost do a diligent service to make that money run.
You're right. And they want to do it for some reason. They're hustling. They doing a bunch of deliveries. They're not playing around. And I don't know if they're making any money, but they're working. I'll just say that.
And when you call in to a center, they say press 2 for Spanish. When they press 2, you think a black person gonna pick up that phone?
No, not at all.
Huh?
Not at all.
But every time you call somewhere, you got an option for Spanish, right?
For sure. And
sometimes it be in America, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So who took that job away, brother? Somebody got to speak Spanish.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just funny how, do you think it's ever going? Well, we know that their population is growing more rapid than the wonderful people. Like, do you see at some point that they can overtake? Will be number one, because Dr. Claude.
Well, let's look at Miami, what we talked about before.
Okay.
in 1940, 50%, it's 75% black, 25% white, or something like that. Immigration policy changed in the 1960s. As we speak today, there's damn 75% Latino.
Right. In Miami,
all the government, all the
officials,
papers. It's almost the official language is Spanish.
Right. You sent me a video today of New York City, somewhere that I visited. You know, who was in the video? Was it wonderful people? Was it black people? No, it wasn't. And that's what I saw when I was there. That's what I saw.
You could go down any area that has a fair amount of Latinos. It's gonna be a section. They'll just be building up, have all of their businesses at. Grocery store, they got it.
Yeah.
Drugstore, they got it.
Yeah.
Car repairs, they got it.
Successful restaurants.
Two kinds. One to Brandon to go to, and one for them to go to.
Right, correct.
You know,
and I've been to the one that they go to, like not because I wanted to, but somebody wanted me to pick up some food. It's totally different. It's not much English in there. It's not many people who speak English in there, but the food, you know, is their culture. But go ahead.
He go order soup from that restaurant, but he can't order soup for the Tex-Mex. You know, it's the 4 different types of soups.
That's funny.
At their restaurants, but you get no soup.
Because they know you don't eat no soup. You don't
stews and stuff.
Or you don't get no stew, right? There you go.
So if they shut down what's a grocery store black people? Kroger's.
A Food Lion.
Black people are starved to death. Latinos got enough infrastructure already.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna starve to death.
Yeah. Asians too. Asians have their markets and stuff.
Several years ago, I posted a video, I think on this channel. I was walking or riding my bike. A box truck pulled out. They pulled out something looked like a skinned deer or something, or a dog.
I think I remember that.
Drag it out the truck. Put it on his shoulder. He got a shirt on now. This is skin. This is raw meat. Whoa, put it on his shoulder. Put it in the grocery store, Brady.
Yep.
That truck, this ain't no Food Lion. That truck, this ain't no Kroger's.
Right. It ain't no regulations for moving that meat. Dog,
he slid it thing down. This on the floor, sliding on the floor.
Yeah, correct.
Park out. You know, they can survive. You can't.
Yeah,
that's how they can take over, Brandon.
And that's something.
Take it over.
Right. And that's something we gotta realize. So we're so focused on rims, cars, stuff like that. We don't have the bare minimum, a grocery store, library. We don't have any kind of structural stuff set up where we can communicate with each other. We can feed each other. We can protect each other. Some of them, I'm not gonna say which ones, but they have their own like night watch or like something like a police not organization, but you know what I'm saying. They're looking out for each other. They're protecting the community.
That means you gotta have enough pull of government to start your own police service.
Yeah,
like you go to Chinatown.
Yeah,
why all the police Asian in Chinatown?
Right.
And we in America.
Right. Yeah, right.
You see?
Because they control different things and they can get stuff, in their favor. And that's what it's all about. But we never get anything in our favor. We worried about trigger words like black jobs. We worried about
your ass in a black job.
Right.
And we always black. You there for a reason.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's a job. It's an employee and an employer. Like you either working for somebody or you own it, right?
Correct.
So it is what it is. Like I said, we can get caught up in those words. Are we saying you gotta love Trump? We saying we gotta love Biden? No, we just saying pay attention to what's really going on.
Trump said the truth.
But they say he's lying, Lewis. He's lying.
Brandon, he knows what black. We all know what black. Brandon,
who
drank Hennessy? Is that a white man's drink?
No, that's black drink.
So that's a black drink.
Yes.
How about Michael Jordan tennis shoes? Who buy that?
No, that's white people's shoes.
That's everybody, but who buy them? Okay,
we do.
Who buy them the most?
We do.
Oh, okay. How about the Dodge Challenger?
Well, it should be. It should be somebody else's, but that's our car.
That's a street ninja car.
We've taken it over.
Huh?
We've taken it over.
Dreadlocks, dreads. Is that
right?
Who rocks
that's
that
a
hairstyle?
black hairstyle, white hair. That's a black hairstyle.
So you can say this is black. This is black. You can have black music.
Yeah.
You can have black food.
It's crab leg black food. Or is that
black? That's a black delicacy. For white people's food, this is a
delicacy.
So you can have black love, black folks, black music, black food, black culture,
clothes, right?
Black clothes, but you can't have a black job. That's illegal right there, Brady.
Right. I think it's just because Trump said it, and sometimes people don't like the truth. Somebody's telling you something that they shouldn't be telling you, but it's still the truth, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, I may have heard him say that years ago and been offended, but now I see it's so many different things that have transpired over the years. Like I see what's really going on now. I'm not gonna get caught up in what the media wants me to get caught up in. I think that's what people be doing.
Brandon, was there ever a black person as president?
Not African American like me and you. He was his color,
biracial.
His skin color. Yeah, you're right. There
so
you
they
go.
ain't no, okay. So being a president, there ain't no black job. That's a white job.
Right? Yeah,
how many different governors we have in Georgia? How many black governors you had in Georgia, Brady? Your home state?
I think it was some black mayors. They had the black mayors, but I don't know. They
exactly had... zero. That's a white man's job. How about South Carolina? How many black governors we had?
None.
Zero. Even though we could dominate the population,
correct.
But for some reason, we can't get it.
Yeah.
So since it ain't never been a black person up there, can we say that's a white job?
Yeah, you can. So is the presidency of the United States, the president's position, is that a black job or a white job?
Based on
the leader of the country,
different presidents, it's a white job. They 47 and
right.
0.
Correct. That may be offensive. That may sound a little weird, but reality is reality, and that's what you're gonna get here. Like we're not gonna go and tell you what you want to hear. We're gonna be straight up. That's what you need to hear. Like when they had the debate, that's what people need to hear. You need to wake up and realize people are trying to take your job. You may not like Trump, but he has information. He has stuff that he knows about that's happening right in front of our face. He still wants to be president, but he's trying to let you know what's going on. And some people can see it, some people can't.
He lies. See, with Trump, he got lies and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them, he's saying both of them at an elevated level.
Yeah.
The black jobs, he said, was the truth. And Dr. Clarence was talking about that 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It's booked.
And did people care? Did people care when he was talking about it? Not really, but are we getting closer and closer to really having an issue as far as our race? Yeah. Like we've been behind, but now we're at a level where, like I say, people are flooding into this country. What do you think all these people, they got to work, right? So the more people that come in needing a job, it's going to be more people competing for the job. I don't know.
And Trump knows it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Damn, a little short in here.
But
Brad, you got anything you want to say?
I got some stuff. But so what did you take? Since we're talking about the president, what did you take from the debate?
I didn't watch the debate.
I didn't watch it either. Did you see clips? I guess I just
I didn't not enough to say anything. We already know one man can't think, and the other one got lies and lows, and his words ain't truthful.
Right. So and that's my thing. Like Am I going to vote? I think I am going to vote. Am I sure who I'm going to vote for? No. Am I focused on that? Do I think whoever I vote for is going to impact me? No. I'm going to have to take control of my life, trying to save, trying to be smart about my health. I'm going to take my life in my hands and make a difference. That's all we can do. I'm going to try to impact Lewis's life. I'm going to try to impact the people around me. I'm not going to try to wait on these people to do things because they don't have our best interests. Do they look like us, Lewis? Do those two gentlemen look like us?
They have no idea. No.
So who they're going to look out for people in their family, their friends. I mean, that's just what they're going to do. People that look like them. That's what people normally do. Naturally, that's what people do. That's it.
Shit. All I'm saying.
Well, go ahead.
A lot of people's life is probably better under Trump than Biden's.
Yeah, but I don't think people like that. Like we'll go back to Biden. I mean, what's it called? Biden and what's it called? Trump, real quick. I don't like that Biden gave away all that money, knowing that our country needs it. You know what I'm saying? And people seem to be okay with that. What's that? Powerade?
Powerade. During the Trump administration, this was 32 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
And you could get them $1.50 on sale at the gas station, or 99 cents at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Now on the Biden administration, this is 28 ounces and about $2.50.
Yeah.
At the gas station, if you get it on sale.
Yeah.
And $1.50 at the grocery store if you get it on sale.
Yeah.
So the price went up, and they gave you
less. They give you less.
Yeah, a little less.
And it's not just Powerade. It's a lot of products that we're consuming that it looks like the same product, but it has less in it. It's an illusion. They're trying to do this on purpose, and it costs more. So,
correct. Trump did what he had to do to stop COVID. Biden just took it over the top.
And what do you mean by that when you say that?
Brandon, you got Trump gave us a stimulus, right?
Yeah.
Then Biden gave us a stimulus.
Okay.
Then watch this. Then Biden said, okay, for every child, did you get extra money for your kid?
I think it was
350,
like
300,
something like that. But I don't think we took. I can't remember whether we took it or not because I remember it because with stuff like that, sometimes you get the money, but you get taxed or penalized for it. So I can't remember.
Took it. Oh,
I can't remember what
you took it. Yeah. So every kid, like in America, if you would get $300 every month of like a few months.
Oh no, we didn't. I can't remember, but I do remember that was going on because I think they had kids out of school, and there's just a lot going on. So they did give households extra money a month because they had kids.
With kids, and that money went into the system, and the producer said, "Let's bump up the prices."
Yeah, because they had to. A lot of companies lost a lot of money. They had to bail out a lot of companies. So what's going to happen? Somebody's got to pay for that. So the taxpayers
companies lose their money, Brandon.
So you don't think they?
Trump cover it. Trump said, "You saw what Trump did. You don't have to pay your mortgage for a year."
Yeah.
And we just kick it back up.
But that's what I'm saying. That money still has to be accounted for, even if we wash it away.
Yeah, but they lose no money. The companies didn't lose no money, Brandon.
They didn't really lose money because they were going to get a bailout or they was going to be helped out.
Yeah. Paycheck protection. The bars, after it phased out, the bars maybe had a hard time opening it up. But once it did, it boomed.
Yeah.
And what happens if something booms, Brandon?
Well, it just gets the economy back rolling again. But still, we're still trying to catch up on lost time. I think people are spending more now since COVID.
No way.
You don't think so?
What you mean spending more?
I think people are going out more. I think
it slowed down about a year.
Okay, you think so?
That stimulus money ran out, Brandon. Everybody broke now.
But
why you see all this book?
Okay, so do you see? I do. It's a lot of stealing, but do you think people are still frequenting these bars and still going outside?
It's flatline. It's flatline. After Kobe, it was a bust. It was a boom for
It's a
about 2
boom.
years. Now everybody got all that traveling and spinning out of them. It's flatline, Brandon.
Okay. So you think these businesses are doing okay? They're losing money.
What they doing now? Now they nickel and dime you for everything.
Yeah.
This bag costs 10 cents. The order. Oh, this is a service charge, $1. They nickel and dime you for everything to make up the difference.
Yeah. Are they giving you better service? Are they giving you
no?
Yeah.
Brandon check out at Walmart. He got to bag his own groceries up and wrangle.
Right.
They used to pay a person $15 to do that. Now they got Brandon doing that.
And we're happy to do it, right? For some reason, we've been okay with doing all those services we used to get for free.
Yeah, the women who be boosting, like I told you on the YouTube, they catch them at Walmart. You didn't pay for that.
Right.
They put them in the back. Next thing you know, they run it
and
off.
That's a good point. I watch those videos and sometimes I see something you watch. I'm like, dang, me and Lewis are on the same wavelength as far as what we see and how we see it. Because I watch a lot of those videos. I feel weird watching them, but it's always a black female for the most part, and she's trying to steal, and they jamming her up. And people are making,
no, they don't jam her.
Well, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna. Yeah, she jammed herself up, but. I don't think that stuff should be public. When I say they jamming up, you shouldn't put people's stuff like that on YouTube.
And you see the desperation of people.
Yeah, for sure.
They stole it. They do that, run off, get tackled in the parking lot, and just say, "Videotape me, police the Bruce." But they didn't see. But then you watch the whole camera, she up
right
with the bad stuff,
right. So do you feel because you can't feel sorry for people stealing, but I do. I feel bad that people feel like they have to do that, but it's a problem.
I always had this, Brandon. If a person steals a pack of beans, let them have it.
Yeah.
But the problem is they put the damn New York strips in the bag, Brandon.
Right.
You know.
Right.
If they stealing beans and rice, let them have them.
Why would people don't do that? You could buy beans and rice isn't expensive, but New York strip, yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, they don't buy the value Purex detergent.
Oh,
they still in the game. You know, put the extra detergent in, still the extra.
Right.
But yeah, see, that's how man, I'll be getting all that.
But I think it's something that is big on there. And like I say, whatever you see, people watch these videos, they see is black people stealing, and it just seems like we're always viewed as a criminal. And if you look at the population size, we're very small. We may feel like it's a ton of black people, but in the grand scheme, it's not that many. It's not. We're what percent are we? Maybe 13. Yeah, 13%. So that's nothing. But who's on YouTube stealing? Who's got the gangs killing each other? Go over nothing, over property, apartment complexes, and all that kind of stuff. Like it's us.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do better. We can't be falling into these. I'm not even gonna say it's a trap, but like the music, we're the females are more ratchet now, so it's gonna be more unprotected sex. It's gonna be more babies brought in the world. Like.
Oh, what the females more ratchet of? So why the guys ain't wrapping them up, Brandon?
Yeah, well, the guys have been gone. I think the attack on the guys have already happened. Now they've shifted over to women and making them more sexual. I mean, I just think it's a whole big attack on us. And if we don't stop it, we don't come together, we don't stop promoting this stuff. Like we're already doomed, but we can at least slow it down a little bit.
I'm going to correct Brandon or rebuke
Go ahead.
Statement.
Go ahead. What?
You don't attack the man first. You attack the women first.
Okay.
Because the women teach the kids. And the kids raise up the way that the women taught them. And also women are more malleable and more influenced than man.
Okay.
So if you want to attack the Negro male, you attack the Negro woman first.
Yeah. I would push back a little bit, like when slavery happened, you always will break the strongest man or break, the man, and then it's hard for him to recover. Then you can do whatever you want to do with the woman. That's all I was.
and then they eventually find out instead of off. A lot of times, if a white person did a whooping, they didn't want to get their clothes bloody, Brandon, because they didn't have no wash machines back then. So they didn't want to whoop you like that.
Okay.
If you could softly control the women, and the next generation of the man and the women will be under that control, it's easier to do it that way.
I hear you.
Than doing a whipping, because a whipping comes with a lot of things. You can blood up your clothes, and it's a chance you may get penalized, or it's a chance you may bring morality down in your workforce.
Yeah.
So don't. It's not.
But it's crazy that was a reality. That's a reality. What? Slaves whipping people that look like us. We were property, and I think people forget that. And has that slowed us down? Yeah, that has slowed us down. Has the things that they've done to destroy some of the things we've tried to build slow us down? Yeah. So it's not just we just can just wake up. We have to see what's going on, understand it, get smart, come together, and try to empower each other so we can make a difference. But it is a system in place to counter what we're trying to do.
Now, Brandon, if you was a slave owner, how would you like to control your slaves? By taking the biggest and strongest and killing them and wasting all that money, or by influencing a whole bunch of ladies? Which
I would go that route for sure.
Why?
It's just because like you say, you don't want to hurt your best worker, your strongest worker, if you don't have to.
You may got to do it one time.
Yeah.
But after that, you don't want to can't keep doing it. That costs you thousands of dollars a year.
It could. Yeah, it could. I get what you're saying. But like I say, just the thought of that, but they thought it was right. I don't know. It's just, like I say, and was that a long time ago? Like was segregation? Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. And like the stuff we were talking about before we got online, like it's a lot of stuff that Black people have to deal with, extra stuff, extra conversations that we have to have with each other. It's not that we're race baiting or race hustling. Like race affects us on a daily basis almost.
It's another layer you got to navigate through.
Yeah. So I think sometimes when people hear people talking about race or what's going on, it's over with, get over it. No, we still deal with it every day. It might be some wonderful people out there. They're not racist, but it is some wonderful people that see me and Lewis and don't want to deal with us based off our color. They want to treat us a different way. They want to discriminate against us because this is how we look.
And I'm fine with it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm fine with it too, but it's just an extra conversation we have to have, or extra, a mode of operation that we have to go through for no reason that other people don't have to go through. That's all.
They can keep their white potato salad. I can keep my black potato salad.
Right. And we kind of touched on LeBron and his son. I was happy for it. It was a good moment to see somebody flex their power. I think they were saying Rich Paul told some of the teams, like, if you do draft him, he's gonna go play overseas, and it kind of made a lot of teams not do that because they didn't want to waste a pick. So it's good to see agent.
You fell for that.
Well, go ahead, push back. Give me some pushback. I'm just going off of
good. Well, they had that thing being set up, but everything before public.
So if you were one of the teams, would you want to draft Bronny to ruin this?
Why would you waste a critical pick on him?
Well, like I say, some people don't want to see this moment happen. They don't want it to be.
LeBron ain't gonna never play in Charlotte. He ain't gonna never play on that team.
Why not?
He ain't never played for the Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna never play for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna never play for New Orleans.
No. Yeah, this is his last stop as a player.
Yeah, so it's no bargaining tool to get him.
Yeah. And I think I saw the post that you had where it was LeVar Ball, his family dynamic, how he had Coach Prime. It's just and people don't like that kind of stuff. They don't like that it's not necessarily braggadocious. They don't like that powerful, beautiful man taking care of his family, doing what he's supposed to do, elevating them, putting them in the right position.
Brandon, it's a job at the end of the day, Brandon.
It is a job. So, but what's the problem then? We just working a job. Why are people mad? We try to work a black job.
That's why black job. There is a black job. But it's 35% black.
Right. And let me ask you this: does Bronny have to work? He don't even have to work this black job. He wants to work the black job.
He don't. He already made his millions in high school.
So why are people so upset that a young man wants to play basketball with his dad? Because is this? I mean, it's just a game, right?
He should not have enough pull to tell a white business who to pick.
Correct. There you go.
Right. Even though he probably made that white business billions of dollars.
Right. Correct.
And they pay him $33 million.
and they don't really want to pay that. They be trying to shortchange him on that a little bit, but
yeah. So that's all that is.
Side note. So what do you think about their new coach? Because they got JJ Redick now.
JJ Redick has
we talked about it
the
on
same
the Facebook Live.
as Jeff, the coach Jeff for the Colts, the old coach. They hired Jeff Holiday or something. Jeff.
Oh, talking about I thought you want to say Jeff Saturday. You're not talking about
Jeff
him.
Saturday. Yeah,
the linebacker. They hired him.
No,
what?
2 years ago, they needed a head coach for the Colts, so they hired Jeff Saturday.
Wow.
Never coached a day in his life.
He played. All you gotta do is play. if you hike the ball, because he wasn't a center or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
and
that's all the coaching
coach.
That's all the coaching experience you need. You just hike the ball.
So JJ Redick is the same thing. You know,
do you think
he ain't win no championship?
No.
He's a great shooter.
Yeah.
But
does he look like a coach? Does he? And as a coach, that's not. Is that
in the word of Bubba Dub, he looked like a slick gangster.
That's funny.
You know,
so
with
he don't
slick
look like
hair, with the
he don't look like a traditional coach. He kind of remind me of Steve Kerr. I think that's the look. They kind of got the same look a little bit.
He remind me of the Godfather, Sopranos. That's what he remind me of.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But is a coach, is that a black job? Is that a job we can get? That's a job we can get, right?
Okay. For what sport?
We're talking about basketball. Let's just talk about basketball.
Yes, a black head basketball coach could coach for up to 3 years.
Okay.
Now, statistics say you can have a winning record for 3 years.
Yep.
They can fire you. AKA New Orleans.
Right. It's been a lot of teams that fired coaches, black coaches with winning record. They turn the program around, they make the playoffs, all that stuff. But you know, that's just the name of the game.
AKA Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson, another one, yeah.
AKA the guy in this year, the guy in Milwaukee.
Oh, the Celtics. Oh yeah, Milwaukee too.
Was 20 games up over 500. We gotta let him go.
Right. Why? Just because. Because what they replaced him with Doc Rivers, right?
And he done even worse.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and Doc Rivers, he lucky he got them jobs.
But why do you think they keep giving Doc Rivers the job, or they feel like he's a great coach?
Because they lived off 2008.
But that's so weird. I'm not gonna say he ruined teams, but remember he was in Philadelphia. They had James Harden. They felt like that was the great move, the piece they were missing. They need a great coach. Maybe Doc Rivers can bring the best out of James Harden.
He was with the Clippers. Had Dunk City.
Well, no, yeah, they had Lob City. Yeah,
Lob
they had
City.
Blake Griffin and what's it called? Chris Paul was there too.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it done.
Andre, the guy, the black guy, good at defense. Andre, he was part of Lob City.
Andre Drummond.
No,
DeAndre. Is it DeAndre Jordan? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He still plays.
Right. I think JJ on that team too.
JJ Redick was on the team.
Sound like a good team.
And what did JJ Redick talk bad about his coach?
What, Doc? Yeah.
Yeah, Doc. I think that was this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So
what do you think about the girl saying JJ said the N-word at Duke?
man, I haven't even looked up that story. Ain't no surprise. A slick mobster would say that any time of the week. You know,
right.
up there eating that biscuit and ravioli.
That's
with
funny.
no meat sauce, just tomato sauce. That's it.
Which is a difference. You ended up sending me a story about.
You got the video?
Yeah, I got a video.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll just go ahead and play it. Let me go ahead and play it.
No, just set it up. Set it up.
Okay. This is one of, I'm not gonna say one of my favorite judges. I used to watch Judge Judy, and maybe about 10 years ago, I realized she was married to the other judge that I like to watch on TV. Wasn't he on People's Court?
I guess.
Okay. But both of them are judges. She was on, I guess, what is this, like 60 Minutes or one of those shows, just talking about marriage, her marriage. I'm gonna just go ahead and play it.
To retired Judge Jerry Scheindlin for 47 years. Couple of questions. How do you explain it, being together for 47 years? And how do you explain the fact that 12 years in, you guys split up, got divorced, and then remarried?
Well, how do you stay married for 47 years? You get a little hard of hearing. Both of us. And, you know, we're together a lot. Jerry retired about 20 years ago, but he has his own thing. He takes wonderful care of himself. And I sort of like it because he maintains that physique that I fell in love with 48 years ago. Still has a sense of humor, still really smart and sharp. The second question you asked me is why we separated and divorced for a year. That's a long story, but the end of the story is I found, Chris, that most men were alike. I'm saying that they have basic needs that are different from women's. They like to be fed. They like to be cuddled. They like to have their alone time, that you take out the lone box and leave me alone. And if you feed them and love them up a little bit and don't get in their way too much, they're happy.
I have to say, you and I should have gotten together because feed me, love me up a little bit and leave me alone. 47 years and go by like that. You've been married.
So look.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, what made you send me that? Because that's a great clip. It kind of breaks down how you stay together. What did you see when you saw that clip?
Well, you know, you asked me why I sent it to you because you a married man. So is her statement true?
Yeah, it is. And I think certain people may not like that, but what she's saying,
which means certain people. I don't know who certain people.
I think some women don't like that kind of talk. They don't like that, you know, you submissive. Oh, you took him back. Oh, you know, what did he do? Like if somebody cheated or you fell out of love, you just need to leave them and replace them, right?
Wait, hold on, Brandon. Hold on. Say your statement again. You said some people don't like that.
Okay, some people don't like that. It's like she divorced him, right? She divorced him.
Because she thought it was better out there.
Yeah, she thought it was better. I think a lot of people think that. I think people will date or they'll get married and they may hit a rough patch, and instead of trying to figure it out, they'll just blow it up and just try to look for somebody else. And like she said, 9 times out of 10, like most people are the same. So if you really find somebody that you like and y'all kind of get along, y'all may have some hiccups here and there, you know, over time your relationship's going to change. You got to kind of keep things new. You got to keep things the same too, and learn your partner. And like she said, he likes some alone time. People, do you like alone time, Louis?
They call it a man cave, Brandon.
Yeah.
Where's your man cave?
I'm kind of in it. If I'm ever, you know, chilling or something like that, I'm usually down here. I can, you know, do work on computer, do some editing in here, play games if I want to. But this is my little space. Or
Do somebody be right beside you when you're there all the time?
No, my wife is never in here. She probably been in here a total of 2 minutes this year. Like she just doesn't come in here or anything like that. So
so you saying your wife know where's your alone time is at?
Right, and outside in my backyard too. She doesn't really go out there. She don't really bother me when I'm outside.
When the bugs out there, so she ain't
she
ain't gonna do that one.
Correct.
All right, but I just wanted your point of view. She said, "Feed me, touch me, and a little alone time."
Yeah,
and she enjoyed that he had his own thing, his own habits.
Kept
herself up. She liked they smart, and she realized that all men, in her experience, most men still require the same thing.
Yeah.
So she may not didn't like
everything.
doing those things,
but
she found out, said, "Damn, I already had the devil I know that the devil I don't know."
Yeah. And I think sometimes people want the perfect person, and if it's one or two things that they don't like, they're like, "Oh, well, no, this ain't gonna work." And I think you have to be flexible when you're dating. You have to be realistic too. I think people have a lot of unrealistic goals and things that they're looking at in a partner. Like you're just not gonna get. What if a person is not 6 foot tall or making a lot of money, or they don't look the way you want them to look?
Well, don't get with them, then don't mess with them then.
Yeah. But what if they have all the other qualities that you're looking for? I think sometimes we looking for the wrong thing. Like when you get with somebody, what's some of the main things you're looking for? Like I said, they want to say men are complicated, but we're really simple when the things we're looking for. We want somebody that's gonna take care of us, be kind to us.
What do you mean take care of us? I don't understand that.
Well, you may be hungry, somebody feed you. You may need some companionship sometime. You may need somebody to laugh and joke with you. That's kind of what I mean when I say take. But go ahead. What do you?
Brandon, you need somebody to laugh and joke with you.
I do. I really do.
Wait, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on.
So do you?
Wait, that's what I'm saying. So if you don't get a laugh,
that's how I am. Like me and my wife, we joke a lot, and I look for her. Like if you like sharing memes, like we'll show each other memes and stuff like that we think is funny, or watching shows.
Different.
But that's the same thing. That's something we kind of need, whether you know it or not. As people, we want to laugh. Laughing makes us feel good, just like sex. Sex makes us feel good. The things that make us feel good, we like. Just like food. If you have a good meal, it makes you feel good.
All right. Can your wife laugh and joke with you all the time in your current room?
Can she laugh and joke in here?
Yeah. She could
all
the time.
Not all the time. No, right. But you have certain areas in the house where you do certain things. Like, we'll laugh and joke in the living room or upstairs in the bed. We're not going to do that outside because she don't necessarily want to be outside, or in here because, like you say, it's not necessarily my man cave, but it is my man cave. I got a sign that says that. And she's just not in here. So
it ain't your man cave, but you got a sign that says that.
Correct. But it is, like I say, it is. And like I said, I didn't even really think about it being that way. Like she's just not in here like that. But I love that. Like I said, this is where I can come do the show, relax, think about stuff and get away. Because I think another thing in a relationship, you don't want to be always on your partner 24/7. Y'all might get tired of each other, and I think that's why some people fight. I'm not saying you should be going out clubbing or doing that, but you should have your own space or your own time to yourself.
Have your own hobbies.
Do
stuff to make you interested, so the other person may be interested. What you worked on today?
Exactly. Right.
Brandon, I played some video games today.
Or did some gardening.
To make somebody mad, you say I played some video games.
Right. That's what I was about to ask you. Yeah, because like I say, how many hours this month have you played video games?
A lot.
But what is wrong with that? I like I said, I play when I play with my daughter, but I don't get to play like I want to.
Sure, I don't want to play.
You say you don't want to?
I don't want to play. If I can move more, I won't be playing them. You see what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah. But I think it's a bad stigma behind video games, and I see it. I don't to necessarily play into them or just get offended, but it's a thing. Women don't necessarily like that.
Would women prefer to have that guy being entertained at a bar or entertained with a joystick?
Right, a joystick.
So why they complain about the joystick?
Well, I think some people complain regardless. They don't want you outside. They don't want you inside. They want you doing what they want you doing. And like I said, sometimes that's why it doesn't work. You have to be realistic. Like, okay, I'm gonna be inside here, but we can't just be sitting on the couch all day watching TV. Like, at some point, I have to do something. You have to do something. You know, we can do something together too. But that's what makes it work, because you don't want to be up under somebody too much, or you're gonna go crazy. Y'all gonna get on each other's nerves.
But why they get jealous on what's up with video games? Why? That's the first thing the bus. You see,
right, to come at you with an argument point. You're always playing a video game. You like it's a childish thing, and I like I said, I hear how they're coming, but what if that's something you grew up on and you enjoy it?
What's the difference between video games and being on the phone? It's the same thing.
Correct. And like I said, my wife said because my daughter plays. We try to get her to play sometime, but she don't necessarily want to play. But she will play Candy Crush. Is that not a video game?
It's good. If she ain't playing no video games, that's good.
We got a comment.
Are y'all boycotting BET Awards?
What's up with the BET Awards?
I don't know, man. I've been boycotting BET ever since they sold to the white folks, Mr. Taylor. So that was over a decade ago.
Yeah, tell us what happened with the BET Awards, because I'm out of the loop. I remember we had a Source Awards. That was one of my favorite award shows.
You still like the BET Awards. You like the performance.
No, I don't necessarily like artists performing. I've never really been to a concert or anything. That's just not really been my thing. And people getting awards that don't even matter. They're staged anyway.
Oh, but if it was a Grammy, it matter. That's what you're
to
trying
them,
to say,
I guess. I don't think any of that kind of stuff matters. Do you get awards at your job? I think a rap is that's a job. Just like the MVP. Does that really matter?
Yeah, I get awards at my job.
Okay,
and sometimes it can be bonuses that comes in. I
Okay.
need that $1,000.
But that matters to you, but does that matter to us?
It should. That's $1,000 that coming out of your pocket.
So you're not robbing now. So you're not on the street robbing because you got the bonus. I got you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know what's going on with BET Rewards.
Yeah.
Brandon, what you got on your screen? I feel like I'm kind of like, this show was kind of off or something.
Yeah, and it started off a little funny. But we did talk about the Judge Judy. I only got one more thing because I just saw it recently. Like Clippers not re-signing Paul George. They did sign James Harden. Do you think?
Did they sign
I think he's still on the contract. The Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still on the contract. So
no, we don't want no Paul.
You don't want no Paul. So is he an all-star?
No, he ain't no all-star. He could come to the Lakers if they could sign for $3 million a year. That'd be a good fit.
But do you think he would do it? Because he's a podcaster now. Have you listened to his show?
Brandon, no, you know who Shannon Sharp runs the Kai's business. Okay. You don't listen to other athletes.
Okay. You don't listen to Gilbert Arenas or what's the other dude who played on the Hawks?
He's on Shannon Sharp.
Okay, fair enough. But so Paul is done. Who's better, Paul George or James Harden? Who would you rather have on your team? Can Paul George play defense still?
I don't haven't watched him play. He's still good. He just ain't he ain't no superstar.
So he's a star.
It's crazy. If he was 10 years younger, he'd be max deal all the way.
Right. Right. But you remember, because we were in that era when the Pacers is Paul George and they was going against LeBron. It was like, I'm not saying he was a top 5 player in the league, but he was up there. Paul George was really good. He was challenged.
Leg, Brady.
Okay, but I think people still think of him in that light, like he could still get it done.
In that light, The kids wasn't even born when that was go, brother. What was you talking about?
So you don't think because
it's 2010, 2009. You talking about
14 years ago?
You know,
right? That's great. But so does he need to retire? Like,
No.
how do you know? How you know when it's over?
it's over when nobody they don't pick you up fast.
So, but do you think that hurts his legacy?
What legacy, Brady? He was a basketball player.
But people think he's the GOAT. I've seen people say
Now, Brady,
Paul
now,
George.
now
Okay,
Brady,
but
don't disfame our platform like that.
No,
now.
but I'm
Say
saying
some shit
that
like
that was an argument that was on Twitter. People saying he was one of the best basketball because people hate LeBron. So it's either we're gonna pick Kevin Durant, we're gonna pick Paul George because he was challenging LeBron at the time. They're not right, but was he one of the top players in the NBA? Yeah. So does he have a legacy?
No, he was never one of the top players in the NBA.
Oh, you don't think so? Indiana
No.
could have beat the Heat. They could have
And
beat the Heat.
before they faced the Heat, you didn't know who this guy was.
That's not true.
And after the Heat, what team he played for the Clippers before the Clippers? I don't remember.
Shoot.
Oh,
what?
OKC.
Whew,
You see, no, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But these are some all-star, like James Harden the same way. How many teams has James Harden been on? Like he was on.
That just started happening.
But I'm saying that's just I don't know, man. These
age,
players getting
man.
old, huh?
It's and you can't get the max deal when you're about 40 years old. If you LeBron James could do it because he got people to come to it. He could get max deal because he brings money.
Let me look up
Paul
his numbers real quick.
Now you don't have to look at his numbers.
I
Look at the playoff numbers only. You know, look at those numbers.
Okay, let me pull it up real quick. Well,
Paul
I
George
ain't
like
gonna
to
do
go
it.
to Philly or Miami. It won't even make a difference, man. Philly and Miami, they ain't winning nothing.
Just for the record, last year he scored 22 points a game. He was shooting 41% from three, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 assist a game.
And what's James was doing?
Well, let me look up James Harden.
Mr. Taylor said James was playing worse.
Probably, but they re-signed Harden. Let's see. Oh, gee. Harden averaged 16 points a game, 38% from 3, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. Dang.
16 points. See, look at that. And what's the percentage for the field?
Oh, hold on. He was shooting 42% from the field.
James Harden contributed more. Didn't look good. Didn't look good doing it because he'll pass the ball. Those assists do matter.
Right, they do matter. Well, let me see what Timothy said. Paul George is likely going to Philly or Miami in a sign and trade. Paul George is better than James Harden. I would think so, but I think
but
I don't think James Harden is a good team player. But I think they have to pick who's older. I think is Paul George younger than Harden or is Harden older?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think they had to cut Paul because Paul's got that bad injury. Timothy said
$20 million, man, you crazy as hell.
For the Hornets will pay. Hornets might pay. Yeah.
Brandon, the band is how old is the band, Brandon?
Let me look up how old. He had the injury too, so that's one of the reasons. But
we are talking about athletes now,
right?
You can
He's
pay.
34 years old. He's 34.
He's 34. All right.
James Harden is 34 too.
Here's how his deal need to work. The first next year he signed for $30 million. Then after that it's $10 million for the rest of the time. That's how his schedules need to work.
Yeah,
because it's time.
But I think he feels like he can still give you 20 and 5. Is that valuable in the league though?
Yes, max deal if it was 10 years younger.
That's crazy that Paul George been in the league that long, and like I say, it was around 2010 when he was on the Pacers. They was playing the Heat. That's a long time ago.
And Braun came in 6 years before that. Just so think about it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That just goes to show what kind of athlete LeBron is and why he deserves to have his son playing on the team. But like I say, some people not with that. But I don't know, Louis. I ain't got nothing else. Did you want to add something else? Or?
We could do a little later. I was gonna do the Julio, but we do a little later.
You don't want to do it?
Shit, I'm getting. Yeah, I don't have the. I think I don't have the jump energy on it.
I got you. But we'll probably be back. Make sure you guys check out some of our social media. We may do a Facebook show during the week. Try to get that perfected. Did you figure out what was zooming in? Why you was zooming in, or what's going on with that?
I think it's not done because here's the thing, Brad. I test my video twice before we went live. For some reason, when I brought you on, my camera just did. It just came in.
Brought in, yeah.
When before, if you check out the beginning, it was far out. I didn't move, but while I brought
you didn't move, but you was coming in slow. Well, I can't remember. I just remember I said, "Oh, Lou's coming in a little bit," but it is what it is. It didn't look to me. It didn't look bad, but I think you're more of a symmetry person and not a perfectionist, but that stuff does matter to you.
No, I think Brandon don't know what the hell he talking about because he didn't watch it long enough. So I
remember the first video we did on Facebook too was like that, and I wasn't mad at it.
Nah, but this one you can see this one in real time. Damn, when we
and it won't let me go do live on Facebook through StreamYard now because of the little thing they had going on. So
what thing they had going on?
Remember they said I gotta have 100 people on that other what's called.
Now, Brandon, look at this, Brandon. Can you see it?
Okay, I'm watching. Yes.
You see, don't it look normal?
Look good, perfect. Yeah, set up perfect.
Now I was just doing this, talking, going on. Brandon gonna come up pretty soon. So I'm just trying to find Brandon right quick on my side. There you go. You saw it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Did you see it, Brandon?
Yes, I did. But you couldn't see that. You couldn't see it. It didn't show on your end.
No, see, on my end,
it's not that bad right there.
Nah, Brandon, you saw how it was. Brandon, you saw that thing did this.
Yeah.
On my end, my face was still in the frame. You see? Yeah, that's what it done it. So
we're trying to work the bugs out. It's all good.
Yeah, bugs out. That's Facebook done that. Yeah. I didn't do that.
But see, look, I think it started zooming in even more after that, though. You look,
yeah. You think I gonna continue talking my head like that if I can see my head like that?
Oh Lord, yeah, that's a little bit too much. Right there is decent, but
all right, Brad. I don't got no more. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Good seeing you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Julio was a tragic situation. Nah, that shit was a tragedy. See, now you got me started.
Yeah, there you go.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
I ain't gonna pull up the lesson, but I go pull up. You ain't gonna never see this on the internet.
What you mean?
I never see nobody do this. Brandon, how is that tragedy?
That's a young black man died too young. He was a rap star.
Brandon,
he was helping out his community. He was doing promo work in Tampa, trying to help those businesses thrive.
Wait, hold on.
They killed that young entrepreneur.
Brandon, that was the execution, Brandon.
It was.
They executing people.
Mm-hmm.
They executing people in America. How many shots is that, Brandon?
Whew. It's at least 20. It looks like 20. It looks like about 20. Hold on, let me switch this so I can do it. There you go.
Now, see, I put dots on there. That's how many bullets hit. I seen some of the bullets ricochet too. I thought bullets can't ricochet. Some of the bullets, but some of those bullets ricochet. So that's telling me This was a hit.
It was
Somebody
a hit.
go lay down almost 30 shots.
Yeah.
In a pretty good aim.
Yeah.
You think they did that? You think they had a switch, Brandon?
Probably.
Because 30 shots is a lot by pulling your finger at it.
Right, it is. Right.
And you to be dead on target.
And let me ask you this: what kind of car was it? What kind of vehicle was that?
You consider this is a black car, a black person car, just like Black Jobs. That is a black man car. And guess what, Brandon?
What?
Thank God we're in America. Somebody go buy this motor and get a deal. That Scat Pack motor.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. There's a little B on the front.
Yeah, somebody about to get that motor for $300. Why is that, Brandon?
Well, they're gonna total this car out. It's gonna be in the junkyard, or it's gonna be for auction.
No, they're gonna say this car was in a murder. A person got killed. Ain't nobody gonna want to touch it.
Well,
except the person's I can pull that motor out and sell it for $6,000. That's America. America benefited out of people dying.
Yeah, but that's why it's a tragedy. That's why I stand with Timothy.
Tragedy,
Lewis,
Brandon. This is a tragedy.
Shout out to Six, you know we the latest. You talking about ops, but bitch, I'm the biggest. I got the key, I got the ticket. Let's talk about ops, let's talk about drilling. Let's talk about dead ops. I got a list. Name one by one, they all got blitz. I need y'all to listen and pay attention. I'm tired of the acting, I'm tired of the gimmicks. Five got hit in the head, he tried to swim at the pool. Big baby got caught in the morning on the bus, was going to school. Quan had died in the suburbs, remember that shit hit the news. Top got hit in his top, down hit to that tool. Cause some of that boy was a fighter, but he got lit like a lighter. When Sean died getting fooled, I heard they pulled out like a diaper. Damn. Hey, I heard Limper was flying, he died with stripes like a tiger. Hey, Shondell got kidnapped, he should have paid like a Bible. F and Bendo died together. I'm smoking splash forever. Acapulco died here, feather. Heard they called Nate and they strapped him. Put that hot shit in their life. Lil Shore died on the bike. On cloud used to be home, but I'm still smoking no mic. Malcolm died on.
Now, Brandon, you said it was a tragedy.
That's a tragedy.
He talking about killing people.
Look, it's like wrestling. He's a wrestler, basically. It's not real. But it kind of may be because, like I say, he's naming people, and this is the real war that they got going on.
Let me do my whole presentation.
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so what part of Jacksonville did you grow up in?
The north side, 1646, West 45th Street, Hilltop Village Apartments. It's like the worst hood in Jacksonville, like literally the worst hood, Hilltop Village Apartments.
Okay, when you say it's the worst hood, what does that mean exactly?
Like killing, shootings, prostitution, drugs, like whatever, like anything you don't supposed to see, you gonna see it up. Yeah.
Okay, so so what part of Jacksonville did you grow up in?
All right. So a product of your environment. Brandon, can you read that?
The concept that man is the product of producer of his environment is a fundamental idea that highlights the dynamic and what is that? Reciprocal. I'm a little tired. Relationship between human beings and the surroundings in which they live.
Now, per his words, as a baby, you see him, that's a black baby. He grew up learning, seeing, killing, drugs, and shooting, Brandon. Now, as we can see, as an adult in that environment, he started doing music about what type of stuff, Brandon?
Helping his it wasn't helping his community. It's murder, selling drugs, spinning blocks, that kind of stuff.
All right, so he grew up singing as a kid. So somehow, as he's adult, he started rapping about the same things and doing the same things he saw as a kid.
Right.
Now, Brandon, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21 says what?
The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit.
Now, in his rap video, was he talking about shooting and killing, Brandon?
Yeah, he was.
So if he want to be killing, and death is gonna come his way.
Right.
How about 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, Brandon?
If you want to enjoy life and see many happy days, keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from telling lies.
Now, Brandon, They say a lot of rock music got lies in it. Would you say that?
Yeah, for sure.
And someone got the truth in it at times, right?
Yeah.
Will you say was his lyrics good or bad?
They were
in
bad.
That song
sure.
we heard.
Bad.
So if the Bible says if your lips saying bad things, what's gonna happen?
It's gonna come back on you.
Okay. Matthew chapter 15, verse 11 says what, Brady?
What goes into somebody's mouth does not defile them, but what comes out of somebody's mouth, that is what defiles them.
So he made a song about shooting, killing, ride him up,
right?
Done this, he got this, they shot him up, they did this. So does that, per the Bible, does that define them?
Yeah, for sure.
So by the grace of God, they got to kill it off the streets.
Yeah, in a way.
Well,
right.
no, it could be grace. Excuse me, it could be grace of God or the devil.
Yeah, for sure.
Because eventually, if this guy was left on the streets, another person was going to drop.
Yeah.
And another person is going to drop.
Yeah.
So it may be a favor that this guy was executed in the American streets at the Holiday Inn, people. Brandon could have been down there going to Disney World.
Correct. But what I say the
Holiday Inn, yes, they make them better now.
They do make them better, but not in. Well, he was in Tampa. Tampa is a really nice city, so I'll give him that.
And you was in Tampa last year, right?
Yeah, I was in Tampa. It's a really nice city.
Oh,
and Jacksonville too, by the way.
So you say you won't stay at the Holiday Inn in Tampa?
Well, we usually stay at Hilton's. We got, if you stay at enough hotels, it just makes sense to get a membership with them. So let me read what Timothy had to say real quick. Most drill rappers not selling rap skills. They're selling local. They are selling local hometown deadly beef, and social media suck it up like vampires.
There you go. You have people. All the names he named, I don't know none of those people. Bobbing my head to it.
Right, and it sounds good. And that song, When I See You, he took the Fantasia song and kind of flipped it, talking about, I guess, his ops or whatever that they killed. He went to a grave site. I'm not sure if it's the same grave site of the people, but he was taunting the dead. And when you do stuff like that, it can come back on you, and it did.
He was shot, I think, last year too.
Yeah, he was shot. They tried to get him last year. I think they said like 4 times they tried to, assassinate him. Can we say assassinate, or it was just a hit? We'll just say a hit.
No, this is execution, Brandon.
It's execution. Okay.
That's 30 shots, Brandon, right there at the Holiday Inn.
Right.
People just try and go to the beach to keep their feet up.
Right. These are regular working class people.
Brandon walking downstairs happy. His family just got some pizza, brought it back to the room. Now he going to get the ice from the ice machine. This happened outside.
Right, correct.
This is America, and it's kind of in bad shape. But I don't feel sorry for this guy because he brought all this home to himself.
Yeah, and so what do you think about the other guy, Young and Ace, the guy he was kind of going back and forth with, and the day
dig deep in all this Negro foolishness, Brandon.
Yeah. But I got you. But like he's the guy on the other side is doing the same thing he's doing. So in a little while, we're gonna see him being, shot up too. Because I think because it's 2 rival games. They shot Young and Ace too. They shooting him. It's just what they doing in Jacksonville for some reason.
If your gang is so thugging, why are you still living in the worst part in the worst area?
Right. And that's what I was gonna ask you.
If we get enough views, I could dig in on this the video he did with the snitch Vlad TV. He's talking about his daddy ran a block, but his daddy had you living in bad and killing and prostitution and stuff. He didn't run nothing.
And that's the thing, like we talked about people selling drugs. You could sell a lot of drugs and you can make money, but you have to re-up and buy some more drugs. So are you just selling drugs to get by? Yeah, you kind of are.
You ain't selling, Brandon. If you selling drugs to buy a scat pack, something is strong, man. What did the Dominicans buy? When they sold drugs, they bought the thing look like a panda bear, the BMW.
Okay. So, but
we buy the V6 Chargers.
But what if that's what we like? That's what we like.
Brandon, that's what you like, what you could afford. You justify it. You like it because that's what you could afford.
Right. So you're saying they should, if they're gonna be taking those risks, you need to be upgrading what you're trying to get. You think? Well, let me ask you this: what do you think the girls like? You think we buy Hellcats and stuff because we like them, or because the girls that we like them?
I think a girl like a BMW more than a Hellcat.
Well, it depends. I guess it depends on what kind of girl. And I was telling my wife about the class system that you talked about. I think certain people in a certain class system, and that's the type of car that they like, that the female like.
I think the girl would like a top of the line BMW more than
I don't
a
know,
Hellcat.
but
Brandon.
I don't. You think so? What? So which BMW? Not no M series. Which one? Which one you thinking? Like a 5 Series or a truck? A BMW truck?
No, it's one of those SUVs looking things.
Okay,
like a X5 or something. You said not the X series?
Well, I'm the M series because that's like
okay,
the
X5 or something.
Okay,
the little SUV truck.
I don't know. People they really like them Hellcats.
But Brandon, the girl want money. She know the BMW person got more money,
but
than the Hellcat.
Cash. But it's cachet. Be like, my man got a Challenger. He got a Charger. It's a Hellcat. I got the red key, or whatever they do with that. It's a Scat Pack.
You're right, but today you know what to do. Brandon,
I'm with you. Which one makes more sense, the BMW? But sometimes things don't make sense to certain people, and they go with the lower option because they don't know better.
I think we need to do a poll. Ask the young ladies, the Hellcat or the Panda.
Or the X5.
Panda. I do an X5. Look, I may got the wrong one.
Hold on.
But I tell you this: when you pull up a Hellcat, a Hellcat look the same as a V6 Challenger. It's like the same car.
Hold on, let me add this to the stream real quick. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, you got it on there. You're not talking about these?
Okay, now which one you think the girl will pull in, Brandon? Oh, you looking. Which one you think she gonna pull in?
Which one she gonna? It depends. Like, so if it's let me just say a hood rat. Which one, or somebody that likes sexy red?
She gonna pick the Mercedes over the Hellcat every day of the week.
I don't know. Let me pull up. I see now. I gotta pull up to a Hellcat.
Every day of the week.
Lewis. She going with this. Look, you see that grill? You see that front? Brandon, she got cuisine, Brandon. She got to go with some cuisine. That's fast food. So, but why do we like? A lot of people like this car.
The reason they like it because in 2015 they stretched out the payments to 84 months. So now you can buy it.
Which one has Young Thug? Did Young Thug rapped about having a Hellcat? A lot of rappers rapping about having these vehicles, a Dodge vehicle.
They rap about it, but they don't drive it no more. They get they get in it like a foul, but they ain't what they driving.
I agree with that.
Who want to drive a Hellcat?
Is this a good ride? It's not a good ride at all. It's just a lot of horses. So, but
and you could drive. Watch this. A few weeks ago, black guy playing loud music. He pulled up in a Porsche, Brandon. Not the Porsche SUVs. Those are cheap one. I'm talking about a Porsche 911.
I got you.
I said, look at that son of a gun. It looks completely different than any other car. You could.
And I was gonna tell you that's the car that I say I would want to get a high end sports car. The Cayenne, the way it look like a spaceship almost. I really like how it looks. So
for $150,000,
I'm with you. I wouldn't necessarily get the SUV because it's not the same. It's not the same craftsmanship. But would somebody want a Trackhawk or X5? That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, there you go, right there.
Who you saying a girl go pick a Hellcat over this?
She might. It depends on
the car. They look completely. When you see one, you
I'll say that if you pull up in a Porsche, like I think that has enough cachet where it's like, okay, you really got some money. But if a BMW, I think people feel like it's almost what year we talking about a new car, a new BMW, and a new
everything
Dodge. Okay.
new.
Okay.
She probably would go for 15 years.
She probably would go with the BMW then.
Brandon,
that's what I say.
Talking about. You got to.
I know what you're talking about, but I still think it's gonna be close. If we did a poll and we had a lot of people vote, and maybe we'll try to do that. I think a lot of people. It's a big demographic for the Hellcat.
How about the wonderful woman? Which one she gonna jump in?
X5. They go the BMW.
Oh, she gonna go with the money. The one with with the money.
Correct.
I bet you they ain't doing the 84 months of no BMW.
They're not. Huh? How many years is that? How many years is 84 months? Was it about 7 years?
What? I think 9. 84 divided by 12. Oh, 7. Okay, yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
That's a long time. So I typed in, whoa, what a Durango. Look, is it pulling up?
Share your screen.
Oh, it's not on that. Okay, hold on. Oh, where is it? Oh,
okay, give me one of those.
Look at it's trying to share the wrong one. Hold on 1 second.
Like they used to say, when a Chrysler 300 pull up, it does not look like a Bentley once a Bentley pulled up.
All right, you see this? Look how much this one is. Nah, dog, get this stuff out of it. How do I get the live chat? Let me see. Oh, there we go. All right, so this is 109, a Durango.
You're a damn fool if you pay for that. You're a damn fool.
Okay.
Dodge trucks sitting on the parking lot for 100-something days before they sell them. This company is struggling. They can't sell cars.
You're right. But so what? So when are they gonna get to the point where it comes down? Let me look at the pictures.
Don't look at the options of how to buy it.
Louis, you see that SRT on the back with that Demon or Hellcat, wherever that is? That's what they want. That justifies it. You saying, "Oh yeah, I got the Hellcat Durango." Let me look at the inside. Hold on. Look at these seats.
Same seats for 2015, man.
Yeah, look at these. They gotta do better.
Look at the knobs. The knobs and my legal look better than that.
Right, they gotta do better than that.
You see?
But this is a $100,000 car. Look at And the regular ones basically look like this too.
It's the same thing. It's just the options.
Hey man, that Hellcat, you got a Hellcat or you don't got a Hellcat?
Look at the knobs. That's 110, Brandon, for knobs like that. Look at that. Just regular.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what people like. So they want that name, that cachet. If you pull up a Porsche or the BMW looking inside, it's gonna look totally different. You're gonna have more technology, more options. You may not even have AC seats.
Not necessarily on a Porsche now, because it's about going fast.
Yeah, for sure. But it's still gonna look different. And it's still a lot of technology in those cars to start with. Suspension gonna be different. I'm gonna look up the X5 real quick.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's gonna be completely different.
They're saying 2024 X5 is $82,000. So one is 105,000, 109,000. The other way is 82. Let me just pull this up real quick just so I can see.
And you know those Hellcats, before they do all this markup, there's probably 180, 170 not too long ago.
Oh shoot. Let me pull up this one just so I can just show the inside real quick.
Yeah, that's what you go get something like that.
It's $20,000 cheaper. It looked better. The screen better.
It's about the same. Just sleek edges.
So you don't think this looks better than the Dodge? I think
it looks more craftsmanship. It looks a little more
right. Oh, and this is an M2, so this is it's gonna be faster. It's gonna have some performance stuff on it. Seats look better.
Yeah,
more. Still standard, but that, like I said, that's a lot of money to spend on a car in general. But
now, who look more classy? You pull up in a Dodge Durango, or
the BMW
X5?
for sure. The BMW for sure. Which one you might have a gun to your head when you get out of?
That Durango, you gonna have one.
Which one you gonna be sleeping? They say they're gonna hear it crank up because somebody take it off with it.
In what?
You're right, but I don't think people are stealing those BMWs like they stealing the Hellcat. If you have a Hellcat Durango, like I said, my neighbor has a regular Durango. They still stole that. So it just is what it is.
What neighbor? Where you at now?
Yeah.
Where did it get stolen? It didn't get stolen in your neighborhood, did it?
Yeah, it stole right out of his driveway. It was during Bike Week last year. Well, no, it was 2 years ago. He was in the house. They stole it right out of the yard.
Who stole it?
Oh, well, they don't know who stole it, but they said it was during Bike Week. They'll drop off a bunch of people in certain neighborhoods, and they would just go around looking for certain cars that they want to steal.
Okay, that sounds like the cartel to me, the illegals. they did that up here.
Oh yeah,
up and down the East Coast. Jumping out the car, breaking the white people out. They went in Baltimore, breaking a white person's house. When white person had a helicopter come out there, track them down. I said, "Damn, they get extra service."
right. And they will do that. They will do that.
Turns out them people crossed the borders and they was going up the East Coast, breaking in people's houses and selling stuff.
Yeah.
And that's your President Biden. I ain't make the story up, Brandon.
Right. Oh, I know. But people don't think that's an issue, but
they called the helicopter. The man said, I see some people in my yard. They flew the helicopter out for them rich white folks.
Yeah. They did something similar out here. It's a rich area called the Grand Dunes out here. They were saying it was a homeless guy. He kind of broke into 2 homes out there. He said and the police officer told me, the one that I was with at Target, he was like, they called people from different states. They had helicopters, the dogs, all kind of stuff looking for that one man. That's what they do.
Because the police, number one rule is to protect property, not people.
Right. And expensive property, that's what they're going to be trying to protect the most. And like I say, in areas like that, yeah. That's you think the police working for you. Like I say, when I had my CD player stolen, my mom had a lawnmower stolen. What we do, we call the police.
Hold on.
What?
At the house I know your mama live at?
Yes.
See, I told you up that street. Now I know where it came from too, Brandon. Well, hold on, where she had the lawnmower at?
It was in the garage. It was like how you have your garage open and it's in there. We think the neighbor did it. It's not the neighbor that was staying there now, but it was years ago. But that's just what we thought. We called the police. Nothing happened. They was like,
and watch this. Your mom keep that door unlocked, don't she?
See, I think we talking about the garage door.
Yeah,
she used to keep it up, and I think that's why she never.
You got it up, but you got the door before you get inside, right?
Oh yeah, she keep that door. If she leaves it up, she'll have that door locked.
We think.
Hey, we hope, but she does a good job of locking it. Like I say, she's there by herself anyway. But when something happens, when somebody violates your home like that, it will make you think about locking up and being protected. Like I say, back then she used to have the garage door open. She don't have it open now. Like if it's up, you come in, you close the garage, and that's just what she does now. So
now, Brandon, well.
What?
She lived right on the cuffs of that other day of other people.
And it's right. And it's funny because she told me today, because you have a lawnmower, you leave your lawnmower outside?
No, it's in the garage. I don't trust nobody. That thing locked up.
That's what my mom told me. I was FaceTiming showing her the backyard and stuff where I put sod down. She was like, what's the lawnmower with the start with the H? I can't remember what it is. What's it called?
Yeah.
She was like, you put that in the garage, right? I said, well, I'm gonna put it in there after I finish cutting the grass. I said I'm cutting it in intervals. Like I'm doing this part, but she was like, don't have that lawnmower back there. Somebody stole it. But I forgot she got her lawnmower stolen, so maybe that's why she like that.
No, she does. You know the truth. Hey,
but
you
gotta but just imagine trying to steal a lawnmower. I mean, you could steal a lawnmower, but
it's just imagine what that's that's $25 to $80 right there at the pawn shop.
Okay, but are you gonna have a truck when you steal the lawnmower, or you just gonna push it down? You gonna crank it up?
It got no, you ain't cranking it up. It got wheels. You roll off with it.
That's okay. That's fair.
You roll it to another truck, or put it. You ain't need a truck. You just need a trunk. You know,
you gotta twist the knobs to fold the thing down. I mean,
no, you don't.
You're gonna leave it open. Right.
Don't people do that?
They do.
It ain't coming out.
It'll
sit down there flat. The things at the back drive off. Go to pawn shops. Go in the front. You'll see the lawnmowers, push lawnmowers lined up. Everyone's stolen.
Probably about 80% of them stolen or don't work.
Because who bringing a lawnmower to a pawn shop if it ain't stolen?
If it don't, right? That's what I'm saying. If you got a good lawnmower, there's no need to bring it to the
it's either a regular owner, a good lawnmower is working or is at the side of the road. They ain't going nowhere else.
Right, because I got a lawnmower now. It's not working, and I use the other one. I said I may take it to the repair shop. My mom told me, I was like, I got the other one over there. She was like, just go ahead and put it on the curb. That's what people do. Put a lawnmower on the curb, or you get it fixed. There's no taking it. I'm not taking it to the pawn shop. I'm not doing that.
And it's an 80% chance the garbage people ain't gonna pick it up. It's gonna be a person. You'll see a lawnmower. It probably a person like me. Give me the damn thing. Like Brandon didn't know. He probably got the spark plug probably came off of it. And that's why
it's one of those kind of things, right?
Because most likely did it run out of oil?
No, it didn't run out of oil. It started smoking and stuff, and like I said, it is a spark plug issue because it was cranking up, but then it would cut off and it would have a hard time cranking up. So it's something simple like that, but I don't know how to fix it.
So if it didn't roll out of oil, what Brandon talked was probably a carburetor or something. Probably need to get cleaned out.
And aren't those systems? And I was talking to my mom about that. Those systems are pretty simple, right?
Yes, but Brandon, you buying the regular gas to put in it, don't you?
Okay, yeah.
You can't put that in lawnmowers. You're supposed to use non-ethanol gas.
Okay, but why is that? Break that down.
If you use ethanol, you're supposed to drain it out before the season is over.
Right.
Because ethanol attracts water. Water get up there, it gums up your carburetor, and there you go. That's why it's hard to start.
I got you. So
now, if Brandon wanted to start it, he'll spray some car cleaner
starter.
Yeah, and crank that bitch up like that. If it runs,
right,
it's a carburetor, part of a carburetor issue.
Yeah, and that's interesting because we cranked the Mustang up with that same starter spray. So I wonder if I could spray something on there. I ain't gonna do it, but I'm just saying I wonder if that could fix it.
No, it ain't gonna fix it.
Or get it started. It'll tell you the issue. You saying
it'll tell you it's in my carburetor or something. I can tell you the issue now. You said it didn't run out of oil, so it's a carburetor issue. There's a pull cord. It's still pulling. All right, it's a carburetor or ignition issue. That's the only thing.
Okay. So do you know a lot about that kind of stuff? Because you'll tell me you don't. Okay. Because that's what you. Because what did you cook? Because what did you cook? You cooked something the other day. And just the way you season, I think you did some chicken. I was like, okay, Lewis know what he's doing.
Come on, what's chicken?
I think you chopped up some chicken. I think you made some veggie bowls with chicken on there.
Man, you didn't see none of that seasoning I put on that chicken.
I didn't see what the seasoning was, but I saw some of your cooking techniques. I think you put. I can't remember. You put lemon on it. Like
I did.
You chopped it up. Like I say, yeah. That's
I use watch it. I put some coriander and some allspice on that chicken.
right.
Shit smell of simmery or something.
Right. And all these techniques, these is not regular cooking. So
And I don't know about that. I don't know about them Asian. I'm trying to figure out them Asian spices they use. Coriander, allspice. You ever use allspice, Brandon?
I got some. I smell it. I'm like, I'm not gonna use that. I've got Chinese 5-spice Chinese seasoning. I haven't really used that either.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I got it, but I just don't use it.
Yeah, because I don't really know where to go with like that to to bring out the best in a meal.
So, but yeah, the old lawnmowers at pawn shop, they stole it.
I was gonna try to pull up that video just to show people, because you swear you don't know how to cook. Let me go to your page real quick.
I don't.
Hold on, I'll share. We might as well, since we're getting ready to get out of here. Let's see. I said, and I saw that too. I said, damn, that does look good.
Look like AI too. I said, damn, that motherfucker may be an AI picture.
Okay, here we go. I had the bacon grease cooked into the food. Yeah, okay. That's not regular. But now tell me, is that
ain't regular?
Okay, that's not regular. Most people are not really doing. Some people that can cook are doing it, but that's just red flag. I say, okay, that's one expert cooking thing that you using. Bacon
What
grease,
I do?
Bacon grease with the onions and the peppers to give it extra flavor. I'm just saying. I paid attention to that. That's a go ahead. All right, some of these these tomatoes. So, okay. And then another thing, look at his tool. This ain't just no regular tool. Even though
that is a tool.
It's
plastic. The Dollar Tree. What is you talking about?
Do most people use plastic even when they on a grill? I'm just telling you what I look at. Yeah, people use a plastic.
I use plastic. I only got one, Brandon. So
okay,
I need a couple both.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying what I see. Okay, all right. Got it corn down. The seasoning is liquid smoke. That's something I use on a lot of the beef ribs that I do. I've done it a little bit on chicken. It gives it the extra flavor that you're looking for if you don't have a grill or you don't have, charcoal or something like that. So
I put that on the peppers and onions.
Okay. All right, this is what you want your chicken to look like. Sometimes you go to places, your chicken ain't gonna look like this or it ain't gonna taste like this. So,
and that was smelling like almost like cinnamon, but it wasn't. Well, all them damn Asian spices.
Also, you put it on there, or you?
I put the coriander and allspice.
Okay, so you did use it, but did it taste good though? Because
it
does have a cinnamon smell. Because when I smell it, does kind of remind me of a cinnamon.
It takes it's like a Pakistani dish. That's all I gotta say.
All right. So look, all right. See that tool right there?
That ain't a tool. That's a scraper.
But I'm just saying that's a tool. When people chop up chicken, sometimes they'll use a spatula or something like that. So
I had a knife.
Okay, but sometimes people use that on the grill. But is this a better thing to use? So, like I said, I'm just telling you what I look at when I right there. This is one of the key things that you want to add flavor. I do this to shrimp. What else I do? I don't really do steak, but I do chicken sometimes.
You can do it. It's a spice too. It gives a little spice to it.
Right. This is just good eats right here. So, like I say, Lewis act like he can't cook or.
What's messed up, Brandon? The chicken actually looked like that. Video ain't edited or nothing. The chicken,
right. That's what I'm
look like that.
Right. It looks like a filter. You got a filter on there, or something like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like you can cook, though.
And I was nervous because I said, "Damn, if I cook black people chicken, maybe dry it out a little bit." But when I cut it, I saw it was already done. I said, "Okay."
And sometimes that's what I do too. Like you just check it because you don't have a thermometer or whatever. But not to mention it, you've recorded. Like it's hard to record and cook at the same time. Can you cook better with two hands? Yeah, but when you're trying to record and cook, it does make it a little more difficult. But
the cooking part was easy. The chopping took the longest. And watch this, Brandon. I'm picky. Though I use turkey tenders, but they got a tender in there. I cut all my tenders out, my turkey tenders.
Okay, yeah, that's
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that little string or whatever.
But if you eat it, would it eat like? Huh?
It can be kind of chewy. I don't
like chewy stuff.
Yeah, so I will cut it off too. Because what that's in like tenderloins, right? Or is it what? Not that's not what it's called, but
that's in any meat with a tender.
I'm just saying, like if you get a chicken breast, it's not that's not necessarily in there. You don't have to cut it out. But if you get that type of strip chicken, it can be in there. So I do cut that out.
Yeah, I cut that out. That took the longest. Cut that part out because I don't like chewy stuff for some reason.
And another thing, do you wash your chicken off? I know you wash your meat off.
That one I'll rinse it off with water.
Yeah, and I was gonna say because I don't always do it, but like it is good practice to wash your meat just because, like I say, it's packaged, it's got stuff on it, and I think you did a post about what store ground meat looks like versus fresh off the farm meat. Like you may feel like the store looks better, it looks real, but it's not really. What do you want to say?
Store ground meat is the most infected meat, but how often do you wash that off, Brandon?
No, you're not going, and that's the thing. You're not good. What are you washing off? It's already in it anyway. But is it gonna hurt? Not is it gonna hurt to wash it off or try to?
No, ground meat. Ground meat.
Well, I'm talking about chicken. No,
ground chicken. Meat. You ever wash out your ground chicken before?
Not ground chicken, but a breast, like because it's sitting in the juice or whatever. You can rinse it off.
So why you rinse off that chicken? But the most disgusting chicken, the ground chicken, you don't even touch.
Well, I don't really get ground chicken that much, but you
ground turkey.
I see what you're talking about. Yes, for sure. It's the same thing.
The most infected, the worst meat with the most bacteria is the ground products.
And why is that? Just because it's going through an extra step?
No, because they took anything. They took scraps. They can be trapped for this factory, that factory over here.
And I think that's what you were saying. I think that's what you were saying in that post. Like they taking scraps and just grinding it together, and we just eat it. It is what it is. That's just part of your grocery experience. You look at the meat. Oh, that looks like how meat is, but they spray it. They add stuff to it. It's all kind of parts.
And washing your chicken takes it takes me an extra 10 minutes. Cause I got it desanitized.
Yeah,
the sinks and stuff. So
right,
Brandon, I don't got no more. I'm about sleeping now. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and close this down. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out some of our other content. Share it. Let people know that you enjoy our show. Make sure you give us some likes, all that kind of stuff. Those, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, guys. We need about 100 more minutes, 100 more hours, and we going back in reverse a little bit. So
yeah, but like I said, we try to reinvent and try to refocus this channel a little bit. So we know we're gonna get good results. But y'all take care. Have a good night.